Hi everybody, Papa here with Papa Oil Gauge Trains, and this time around, block terminals. I'm going to teach you what I know about them, how to use them, and their benefits. So here we go. Okay, so block terminals can come in really handy when you're doing your wiring. Some of the benefits they have is if you're doing your track, you can run your power from your transformer into the block terminal and then your different lines off of the block terminal to the different points in your track. Other ways that you can do them, which is one of the examples I'm going to show you today, is powering accessories. We're going to run power into the block terminal and then power off the block terminal to a couple of different houses. I'm just going to do a sample. I'm not actually doing a setup here. I haven't, as you can see, I haven't gotten that far yet. So stay tuned and here we go. Okay, so with block terminals, they come a few different ways, different sizes. You can have one this one's only got 6 posts on it. This one's got, I believe, 12. It's got a nice cover on this one where they're also marked. I don't know if you can see this, but 1 through 12. You take the top off. What's nice with this one is these are all actually connected individually together. So you put one wire on this side, your second wire on the other. The way to transfer the power from point to point, it's a couple different ways. Some of them come with these. You would loosen them all up, slide that in, so you're kind of like this once you're done. Or in this case, I had to run wire because it didn't come with that. I had to run wires connecting each one. On this particular one, I ran half of it as my hot and half of it as the ground. So like I say, there's a few different ways you can do this. You can buy these anywhere from where there's 4. I think the largest I've seen is 16. These particular ones, this one I got at my local hardware store, was about $5. These I bought as a set. I got 5 of them with all the connectors. And on these, I just actually originally came with the long one, just cut it in half. And with these, I believe it was $14 or $15 through Amazon, and it came with all the things. It had the covers, and I mean, ready to go. I mean, I had Prime, so it was free shipping. So these are good to use. So I'm going to show you how to actually hook them up. So when you hook them up, you can either run your transformer straight into one of the pins. In my case, what I'm going to do is we decided to cut the cord with our TV provider, and they told us keep the cable box. Well, it turns out the plug for the cable box puts out 12 volts at 2.5 amps. So that's good enough to run quite a few different accessories. Okay, so there's a couple of options on how we can do this. I'm going to be doing it this way, where I'm going to split one of them, or you can just have 2 running the hot line to one, ground to the other, and then you can run your leads off of those. In this case, because I'm only going to hook up a couple of houses to show you, I'm going to use this one. It's pretty simple. We're just hooking up to the ground. It's not my power's not plugged in. Hooking up to the hot side, if I can get it in there. There we go. I should be using smaller plugs on this, but it's all I had available right now. So bang, power's hooked up. I'm going to have 2 lines that are going to be going out to the different houses I'm going to hook up. This is the size that you want to use for these particular ones. I got to loosen that just a little bit more. The first one's going in. And the second one. When I've hooked these up, I've had them where I've used this configuration running these out to my track, to where I had it going to, and I only used 10 of the 12, but I had it going to 10 different locations on the track to run power. So we're gonna hook up our second one. Normally I use a little bit heavier gauge wire, but like I say, I'm just doing this as a quick little tutorial for you guys. We'll loosen those up. And plug them in, tighten them. Same on this side. And when you put them in, if you've never used these before, hopefully you'll be able to see this. You'll see there's a gap in between the two. You do want to get it inside that gap. Well, loosen it up a little bit more so it'll fit. There we go. So, it's that simple. The blue is the power going into the terminal block. The reds are the lines going out. And in a second, we'll show you how it's all going to be hooked up to the houses and show you how it works. Okay, so these are the houses I'm going to hook up. This one's going to be pretty simple because it already has the hookups on it. But on this one, it has to actually be wired, so I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit because this is only just for a moment that we're going to hook this up. And I'm just going to kind of twist them together. I'm going to be taking this apart as soon as this video is done, so. And I'm going to put an alligator clip on them just to keep them out of the way of each other. There we go. And now we're going to hook up our second one. This one's a little bit easier. Okay, I mean, it's that simple. They're set up. And we're gonna plug it in. Plug in my power source now. And ta-da! We have light. So it's that simple doing these. If you're running them out to your track, like I say, you can just run bus lines out from one location. What I'll do is I'll take it. It's got a spot. I'll screw it up underneath my wrench work. Run lines to where it's got to go, and you can see I have different holes drilled around, and that's where wiring is going to be coming up through once we're all done. So there it is, terminal blocks. Sweet and easy. Get yourself some. It'll save you a lot of trouble and save you a lot of wire also, because that way you're not running individual wires to all these different locations. Okay, so that's it for this time. Hopefully what I'm showing you helps a little bit. I mean, I learned it off of watching YouTube videos also. That's how I learned 75%. I didn't know anything really about electrical until I started this. One of the biggest things I learned about was these guys here, because they come in so handy. And they're inexpensive and easy to use. So, you guys have a wonderful day. And thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Have a good one. Choo-choo!